I think the product one's easy to give an example. So from, call it the beginning, phase one, whereas you're literally in a room and you're making one main product with a couple main experiences and screens, where you're deciding how the user interacts and what buttons you press and the screen flow. If you press this button and you go here in the software, and then you press this button and you go here in the software, and no, let's answer these questions. Let's make a graph look like a bar chart versus a line graph, have this kind of experience, these kind of, right, even down to the colors. To then maybe a phase two of like, okay, I don't need to decide the color scheme anymore. I can empower a designer to make that call and give them the values or her the values in regards to what we want, and then to be empowered to do that, to not get in the way. To getting to the next stage of saying, okay, now you have multiple products, so you need to talk about the right questions these products need to answer, and you can't even wireframe it. You can't talk about the screens. You need to say, in this quarter, we need to have these products, or these features rather, do this. So I want a better experience to manage permissions for enterprise software, and it should look like this, and these features should have the ability to have read only here, to have write only here, to be able to have enterprise control so they can't see this, they can see this screen from different levels of the organization as an example, and it should answer these questions. So creating use cases and user stories in regards to what features they should ask, as call it a phase two, versus actually wireframing out exactly the thing.
Focus on the forest rather than specific trees.
Right. And then you go to the phase three, whereas now you have to just talk about the product and say, hey, in these sprint or in this quarter, the product needs to be able to support 100 customers, 10 times the amount of customers, that needs to be able to add more value in saving our clients money, for example. So, and then having the team be able to figure out which features, and then what features, what questions those features have to answer and what they do, and then the wireframing and the color palette, to then even going further, talking about the entire portfolio from a revenue perspective. So this is an example of going from making a decision of the color all the way to a company goal, and empowering an SVP to a VP to a director to a manager to the team to make those individualized decisions.